Okay, sorry. I needed to listen to my own my own thing at the top here where it says unmute to listen because I was just muted. So my apologies for that. But I do want to let you know my name is Dr. Sandra Colton-Medici, and I am so excited about this episode tonight because tonight we are talking about board games that rock. Yes, we are. And we are going to be doing them like no other. We're doing them in a like rapid succession. And I hope that you stick around for the whole episode. If you only see the end of this tail of the episode, rewind it if you're watching on a replay later. And I just want to say hi to everyone who ends up watching this because I love doing these live streams, and I hope that you like coming through, saying hi. Definitely drop in the comments and follow my Amazon profile, the Amazon influencer profile, so that you can get notified whenever I'm doing live streams or whenever I post new content. I always love to see you guys in the comments and always coming back for more. I have 3 more scheduled, so definitely come through. Let's start this. I always have to start with one of the classics. And this one, it's called Monopoly, if you didn't know. But I put it on the screen. The one that is there is $14.97 right now, but this is what I have. It's classic. How many people are the shoe? I just want to know how many people are this shoe. What is your favorite playing piece? There's so many pieces in here. And there has to be a better organization for it because I always feel like when I open the box, I always end up getting money flowing everywhere and cards flowing everywhere. So this one, it's a keeper. Monopoly is, and I wanted the classic version. You're going to find so many different versions on Amazon, whether they're, in English or in a different language or different versions of them. I love the classic version. And I also put on here the one that is actually on sale right now. Whenever you can get a board game on sale, I always highly, highly, highly recommend it because it's never going to go out of fashion. Anytime there's like a power outage or some sort of, you need something to do with your friend, board games are it, right? And I just highlighted the one that I have so that you can see it. And if you can't see it, definitely there should be a description somewhere with all of the links to all of these. Another one that I wanted to talk about, this one is one of my kids' favorite games, and it's called Taco versus Burrito. And it is so good. Let me just tell you, I never heard of this game before until I bought it because I was just buying things on a whim on Amazon. But let me just tell you, if I can get it open because it's kind of stuck, that there's this is how everything opens in my house. So there's cards in here called Food Fight with little French fries. There's Order Envy, right? There's so many things in here that are too cute. This is the Crafty Crow. Okay, so when you start this game, you start by picking if you're going to be a taco or a burrito. So you can be a taco or you can be a burrito. Okay, so there's rules and all that involved, but I really think this is a really cool one for kids and parents because it always shows where you line up. Are you a taco or are you a burrito? This one is one of my favorites to play right now. And I never knew it was a thing until it was a thing. And then I wanted to come to a classic one. I want to come to Jenga. It's on your screen. I love it. But this is what my Jenga looks like right now. And I got to get up to get this because I don't have it in a box. This is the problem that I have with Jenga. This is what it's in right now. These are my Jenga pieces. Okay, so anyone who makes Jenga out there, I want you to make a better box because the top fell off of my Jenga box and then the bottom like was ripped off. Now I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. And so these are like building blocks. They're not really games to them at this point. But they do understand the wobble and the whole like build it so it's sturdy and all of that. But this is my Jenga. This is my Jenga right now. So if you're one of those people who like saving boxes like me and wants them to stay pristine because you have company over and you want to do that, I don't know that Jenga with little kids is going to make that happen unless you like put the box somewhere else. And, you know, when kids get a hold of boxes, it's a whole other story. But I absolutely love Jenga. It's the best thing to have around, even if it's in a plastic bag like mine is. All right. Another one that I threw in there is Hungry Hungry Hippos. I have it, and let me tell you, this is one of the hardest games I've ever had to put back in the box. But I love Hungry Hungry Hippo, and I actually went to, it was like a fun zone the other day with my kids, and they had a like life-size Hungry Hungry Hippo where you were like pulling the mouth to grab the big, you know, like life-size balls to put in the Hungry Hungry Hippo mouth. It was so much fun. It was a workout. I'm going to say it was a workout too, but this is a really, really good one. And if you figure out how to put it back in the box properly, then you can save it, because this is one of the ones that's really hard to get back in the box because you have to manipulate the hippos. Tell me in the comments, how many of these games so far have you played? Have you played Monopoly? Have you played Hungry Hippos? Have you played Jenga? Tell me how many you've played so far. I put on here Hungry Hippos Dino version. I just featured it because I never heard of Hungry Hippos Dino version. And if you want a variation, I put 40 different products on here. I'm not going to talk about all 40 because I don't think I'm going to speed through them that fast tonight. But there are 40 different products on this list that I think are tremendous, great, fun. Memories can be made. It reminds me of that movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. It's called Game Night, and it has like, it's all about game night, but there's like a murder plot twist and whatever, but it's really funny. All right. The next one that I wanted to highlight is something that I think everybody should have. And this is because it's kind of like a, you know, it's a, what's it called? It's a game, but it's also like a learning thing too. So like, you know, sometimes people have like, they have Scrabble dictionaries, and that to me is fascinating. So if you are trying to learn as you play, this is a great one. And it helps you kind of either find new words or bring up words that you think your opponents are going to believe are new words. But this is a great staple, just like the Monopoly is a great staple to have in your repertoire. All right. The next one is one that I don't know that a lot of people have, but I have it because I have kids. And I think it's actually one of the harder games that I have for adults. And it's from Melissa and Doug. And it is called, it's called Suspend. And I had it upside down. But it is called, let me see, where's the front of it? Oh, that's because the bottom's missing. It's called Suspend. Now this one, as you can see, it's got these like, these little rods, right? And you put a few of them on the table, and then you have to, if I can get it out without breaking the whole thing, you have to take these little rods and balance them together. And the first person to make it fall, right? So if you balance it, let me just put it in the middle to see if we can balance like that, right? The first person to make it fall loses. Okay, so it's called Suspend. This is one of the harder games that I would think for even adults to play, not just a kids game, because Melissa and Doug has a lot of kids products. But this one to me is like, you will play it over and over and over again because you'll get addicted to wanting to win. But that's a really good one, and it's only $18.99, and I think it's really fun. All right, the next one, this is a classic. I ran out all the classics tonight. And as I was doing this, I thought, gosh, I have a lot of board games. This one is called Twister. Twister. You cannot go wrong with Twister. Now, I think that you can't go wrong with Twister if you haven't stretched. Okay. So if you're going to buy Twister, you better stretch before, because look at these people. They've got like the arms and the legs all over, right? And he's laughing. Okay. But Twister is a workout, but it is also very fun. So if you're going to get Twister, just stretch. Don't do that slide across the floor and hurt yourself and hope that you are, you know, able to work the next day. Get yourself the Twister, but stretch ahead of time. I like this one just because when you see it come out, people go, Twister, right? Right. You know what I'm talking about. All right. The next one, I don't even need to show it to you. I should just let you hear it. And then you should be able to know exactly what it is. Hopefully. Let's see if you know what it is. Can you hear that? Okay. It's called Operation. I love Operation. because this one is such a classic, and it's not even that expensive right now. It's $14.99, I think, on Amazon. So that's like almost that's like what, $7 off, right? That's like a steal. So I would consider getting Operation, because of the sound, because of the noise that it makes, because it just makes people jump. But I really love this one. It's a classic. It's really fun when you are with friends, whether it's your friend's game night, or if you are, with kids. This is both. It can go for both. So I really like Operation, and I think I still have all the pieces, so that's a good thing. All right, tell me which ones you've played, you guys. You have to jump in the comments. Tell me which ones you've played. Follow me right here on Amazon Live, and definitely come back if you are just joining me for the replay. Rewind it because there's so many more. All right, this one you should be able to tell just if I turn it on what it is. Simon. Okay, so this one's Simon. I absolutely love Simon because even though it's not like on a board, it's still one of those games that you feel like it's like one of those classic games. Clearly I didn't I wasn't playing fast enough, but I love Simon, and it's one of those brain activities where it's like, okay, it keeps you thinking, keeps you in the mood, and when you lose, you want to play again. So it's definitely makes some memories. And I love it for that. Another one that I put on here that I think is really fun, that I only was just recently introduced to. It's called Mille Born, and it's a French game, but I actually bought it and it's in English. So the name is in French, but like this title, I bought it on Amazon here maybe 2 weeks ago. And these all the cards, this is technically a card game, right? But all the cards, they're all numbers, so and pictures. So it doesn't have to be in French or in English. It's just a numbers and a pictures card game. This one, my husband said, is like very classic French, as far as like a classic game that people play, as far as when he grew up. So I got it because I wanted my kids to, see what people were playing in French, because my husband is French. And this one is $14.99 on Amazon right now. But it's a simple one, and it's one that you could put in the car, and you wouldn't play it in the car because you kind of need a table to play it, but it is fun to look at the pictures, and it keeps the time going. I think sometimes people want games that are of certain lengths, like Jenga. You might go through Jenga really quickly if somebody pulls one of them out, but this, it goes and goes and goes, because you can hit like you can give people flat tires, you can have people stop, and so they don't play, and you have to get up to mille, right, as far as your numbers are concerned, in order to win. That one's really fun. I already talked about Jenga, so I put it on the screen one more time. This one is really fun. I haven't played this in a long time, but my daughters really love this one. Candyland. Really fun and pretty simple. So for me, it just was like a reminiscent of like childhood, but my daughters really love this one. So this one I would say is a keeper. It's only $12.73 right now on Amazon. So why not, right? Candyland is a good like nostalgia kind of reminder, because it's just those colors, like you're picking up the colors and then you're just going to that square. So it's pretty simple. There's not too much to it, but who doesn't like looking at Candyland? That's another one. Can you tell how many games I have in my house? Oh my gosh. Tell me which ones you love that you've played, and are your favorites. Don't forget to follow me right here on Amazon, so that you can get updated whenever I go live. And of course, I had to bring some card games into this. I know I was saying this is a board game one, but I have to bring in Uno. Uno is one of those ones that you cannot not play, right? Is that right? I love Uno, and I know you love Uno too. Tell me how many times you played Uno with your own rules, okay? Every single house has their own rules, and I know for sure you probably have your own rules for Uno. This is a great one. Everybody pretty much knows how to play. I know you make up your own rules as you go, but I should like read the rules. I think there's like a little rule packet back here, but I know this is one that I would play, you know, It's probably forever, just because you love screaming it out, oh no, right? So hopefully you like playing this one too. I put it on there. It's only $10.99, but I did put it on there in another version because they have like this other Uno version in like a dual set on Amazon that's only $12. So if you look at the first one, I highlighted the first one is the Uno card game and it's $10.99. The second one looks like it comes in like a dual version and it's $12. So look at that math when you're going to purchase them and decide which one you're going to get. I put a few ones on here that that I personally have heard of, and I thought maybe you might want to take a look at as well. So definitely check out the list of 40 that are on there. And you know, I think for people who are having a lot more kids, that list is going to be really effective. I know there's a few Melissa and Doug things on there that you might be way more keen on. There's a few card games, and then there's a few ones that I put on there that I wanted to showcase to you that are a little bit different out of the box kind of games. The first one is this Panda. It's called Panda Wooden Geo Board. And if you look at it, it's $17.95 on there right now, which is a little bit, it's 18% off if you purchase it now. But it has, my daughter did one of them. It has this board in there and you can take it out. But there's pegs on the board. So basically it looks like this wooden board. And then there's all these different pegs right here. It comes with rubber bands, and they're kind of all different shapes and sizes. So there's like little rubber bands and then there's big rubber bands. But then it comes with these, which are the diagrams of how you actually get the board to make the specific shape. So you start with like fish on one side, and then on the other side, it'll show you the diagram of how you get the fish on the board. And then you just copy it. And I thought that was really cool. I don't know. It's a board game that's a different kind of a game. I don't know. It's not where you like you win or you lose or anything like that, but it's definitely something that is like stimulating your brain. You're learning things. I don't know. To me, this took my daughter a while to like, oh, like line up the rubber bands with the actual board. But I really think this is supposed to be the bunny. We did the bunny because it's about to be Easter. But that's the one. I got this one maybe 2 weeks ago as well on Amazon. But they have like an umbrella, they have a dog, all these different cards in there that you can make into the shapes on the wooden board. This one I thought was really cool. It's like I said, it's $17.95 on Amazon right now, but it's one of those that takes a little time. So if you're looking for games that take time to finish, this is going to take a little bit more time because you're looking at the little pegs, and it depends on how many shapes you go through. So that's a really good one. And then also I have this other one, which is French bingo. So if you haven't, let me pick it up here. If you have played bingo, which is, you know, something a lot of people have done in their life, which is play bingo, this is the French vocabulary bingo. And I thought this was cool because as you're playing bingo, you all know how to play bingo, like, you know, bingo, you know, you got all the pieces in the right order. But I love that it's a bingo that is vocabulary driven for French. So if you are wanting to learn something new and have a bingo game, let's say you have your own bingo night. I'm just going to open it so that you can see the boards that are inside of it. So it comes with these boards, and then it comes with this, it's like a little baggie for all of the pieces. So you open up the little baggie and it's got all these colored individual pieces. This one says La Souris. This one says bleu for blue. It's a blue crayon, right? And so all of the little pieces are super cute. And then all of the boards, this one is les vêtements, which is clothes. This one says la nature, which is nature. This one is le marché. So this is like groceries at the grocery store. You have like a le pain, which is like bread. This one is, this one is les couleurs, which is like your coloring crayons. This last, there's two more. It looks like les animaux is on this one. And then the last one is les moyens de transport. right? So you have the different modes of transportation right here. So you're learning all these new words, right? And it could be for adults or kids. I mean, obviously, people play bingo as adults too, and you could learn something with the French vocabulary version. I really think this is really cool. My kids love it, and it won best toy, okay, by what is this, Oppenheim Toy Portfolio. So I think that's a good idea to, you know, learn and grow and have fun at the same time. And that one, let me see how much it is on Amazon right now. It's 19.99, and kind of playing off the French one, because like I said, my husband's French, so we have a few different kinds of games in the house, right, for French and English, but most of them are in English. This one I just am going to put up here. It's called Bananagrams. And this one comes in a banana bag. When it came in the banana bag, my husband was like, it's really in a banana bag? Yes, it's in a banana bag. So it comes with the instructions for how to play, jouer. But it comes also with a baggie of, what's it called? Of pieces with letters on them. Okay. So this is kind of like Scrabble, but it's called Bananagrams. And I love it because it's just, I love the bag. I love the bag just because it's a banana. And my daughter left what's it called? A marker out. So it already has like a big pink stain on it, but we washed, most of it came off. So it's like a canvas kind of bag. So if you have kids and they're playing with this and it gets dirty, well, you can wash it, right? I didn't take it out of the plastic bag, the pieces, just because I wanted to make sure that I kept all the pieces, because I didn't trust that I wouldn't lose the pieces. Like if I just opened it, they might just spill out. But this is the Bananagram bag. So if you want to get a Bananagram, you go ahead and get yourself a Bananagram. I wanted to put up a few different images also, because there's ones that I put into the list that I actually do not have in front of me. So this one, these are some of the ones that I think are like extra games. So you can find these on my Amazon idea lists. It's under the top, I think it's like best board games or something like that. So this is fun card games that, like I said, the Uno is there, but there's also memory games that I think are really good for card games. There's the alphabet match that is in that's in here. There's the memory game for farms, items or animals you find on the farm. That's on here too. Another one that's also in my list is this one. I put in extras as far as like play zone. Where did I put it down here? I'll show it to you after I come back in. But one of them is like a toy that you're doing this with. You're just kind of manipulating it. And then another one is the Whack a Frog. I love the Whack a Frog game, unless the people that you're playing with are trying to whack you in the head with those whacking sticks. So just be careful on that. The other one is, it's a dart game, but it's like a not like a hard dart, like not like a nail dart. It's just like, you know, you're throwing them and there's Velcro on the other end. So it's kind of a Velcro dart game. I love this one because it's safer than regular darts. But the other one that I wanted to show you is this one. So let me put this back up so that you can see it here. It is called Inflatable Puppet Theater. You can see her in the very middle of your screen. And I actually bought this one. It's super big. Just going to tell you, it's super big. When you do inflate it, you need like an inflator, like a pump in order to inflate this. But it is so fun because it's got two different sides. It's got the like now playing side for the theater, and then it's got like a drive-through on the other side. So you can play like drive-through, and they could say, "Oh, I'd like to take your order, please," and blah blah blah. And then on the other side, you can play theater, where I bought it, where it suggested some things on Amazon for puppets. So this will be like a time killer, or not time killer, like a time suck, right? So you'll be able to kill a lot of time with this one, because play is so much fun when you've got like theater and puppets and everything like that. The other one that I wanted to show you is this one. Let me pull it back here. This one is, I showed you the board game, but then there's also the Melissa and Doug ones that I wanted to show you too. And those ones are like locks. And so if you like want to do board games that are unlocking things, you can do that as well. But that's the last one that I wanted to show you because I absolutely love board games. Like you can see, like you can see, I absolutely love board games, and I hope that you love them too. I know that a lot of these that are on my list, you are going to love, even if it's not for you, if it's to take to a party. I love bringing games to a party, or if you need to bring a gift to a birthday party, it's always good to gift games to other people so that they have stuff to play, or gift it at Christmas. So keep this list in mind, share it out to your friends and family. Keep it in the back of your mind about things that maybe you haven't played before. I know there's a ton of games on here that I didn't go through, that I've heard of, that I've heard really great reviews of. Everything from Categories, which I've played in the past, to Exploding Kittens, Cards Against Humanity, Mad Gab. There's so many on there that I didn't get to talk about tonight, but I definitely think you should check them out. Play them once or twice. Tell me what you think. Come back to my next episode, which is next, I believe, Tuesday, and we'll chat about it in the comments. My name again is Dr. Sandra Colton-Medici. I'm the founder and CEO of College of Style. You're on my Amazon influencer profile page, checking out this live stream, and I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Have a really good night, you guys, and have a very safe weekend and a very good spring break.